Well, hi and welcome to this little video where I wanted to ask a question. Now, I only found out yesterday as I'm looking to buy a new camper van in 2024, and I was watching a few YouTube channels, as you do, and I discovered that Calor earlier this year ceased to supply the 3.9 kilogram propane and 4.5 kilogram butane small cylinders. Now, I wasn't aware of this until I started looking at camper vans and then started looking at YouTube channels. And I'd already been to see a few dealers and asked them questions about, what vans are available. And, I want one with an end lounge and all of that kind of stuff. Nobody sort of mentioned to me about this particular issue. So when I found out yesterday for the first time, I contacted the dealer and I asked them the question, if I'm buying a van in 2024 and currently those vans are being manufactured in some cases to require the use of these 3.9 kilogram propane cylinders, would that design be changed in 2024 so that any new buyer wouldn't walk into the problem of having to deal with, do I get an alternative gas supply? Do I have an underslung tank fitted? Do I get refillable gas bottles, and so on and so forth? It would save them all of that hassle, because the guys who do the manufacturing, these large manufacturers in particular, I'm thinking more of the large manufacturers, would have thought through the problem, come up and developed a workaround, a contingency. How do we deal with these? So for example, I don't know, maybe a van that has currently utilized the rear lounge under seat area and a gas locker is installed there. Instead now they'd move that gas locker to one of the cupboards so that you could, for example, use the 6 kilogram bottles. So, it just seemed odd to me when they said to me, well, actually, no, they're not changing their design. It's going to be the same throughout, as we understand, throughout 2024. And I thought, well, that means that people are going to be buying these camper vans with end loungers for those manufacturers, of course, that are still planning to do this. I know not all of them do. Some of them now actually provide the underslung gas tanks. And so that isn't a problem with those particular vans. But the one I'm looking at, the one I'm interested in, actually does have this issue. And their recommendation is to use two 3.9 kilogram propane cylinders. What do you think? Do you think that's wrong, that manufacturers who have known about this certainly by next year for at least a year, that Calor have stopped producing these bottles, Calor being, of course, the main LPG supplier in the UK, and haven't come up with a workaround, haven't come up with a design change for those vehicles that they're still recommending to use those very same 3.9 kilogram propane cylinders? I don't know, it just seems odd to me. I just thought, well, maybe they would have thought about that. Maybe they'd have come up with a design change. Maybe there would be some kind of notice for customers who were thinking of buying those vans, so they didn't just walk blindly into buying one without knowing that constraint. What do you think? That's it for this little video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.